I'm back. And this time, I took a shower today. I don't know if you can tell, but my hair doesn't know what it's doing. And neither do I. I think the fan in the background makes it, what is to say, out of focus. And I just got it more in the shot. How is that possible? So, ow. Now, let me explain. For the last half hour, I've been feeling like there's a hair in my eye. You know that feeling where you're like, oh my gosh, there's something in my eye. So you go to a mirror, you look at it, there's nothing there. So you're like, okay, maybe there's an eyelash that is poking my eye, So you stretch the lashes, try and get them out of the way. There's nothing there, but you feel it, and that's just how it is. And that's how it's gonna be today. It is about 1:50 a.m. I just ate dinner, but it included beans and a vegetable, so you know what? 2 vegetables. I forgot there were tomatoes in it. It was good. It was something I made myself. And it was the only meal I ate today. It's one of those things where I'm terrible at correctly eating at all. I had so much soda today. So much soda. I started off the day with Coke. And by starting off the day, I mean at 1:45 p.m. when I woke up, I started drinking some Coke. Because I had gone to the drive-thru the night before. And I don't like Coke. Coke is disgusting. It tastes like soap. But that carbonation and that fizz is so good. Even though it was from the night before, the ice was still intact. Even though it was kept in the fridge. It's crazy. We got a cold fridge. All of this is stuff that doesn't matter. But it's too late right now for anyone to give me any notice on Twitter. So I feel like I would just be tweeting to nothing. And sometimes I ask questions too. I'm like, hey guys, blah, blah, blah. Nothing. Because they're all asleep. Except for Japan Twitter. Which they don't really speak English and they don't speak the slang that I use because that's not real anything, you know what I mean? Anyway. This piece of hair right here is really bugging me. Just pick a side, Anyway, we're gonna go for I don't feel like explaining Cam. Anyway, Cam, you have these people basically who are like, oh, tell me some things. You can role play. I was somebody's mother at one point, somebody's cousin at one point, Nobody did any rape play with me though, which is something I'm fine with, because it's just a kink being fulfilled with a consensual sex worker, These people are like sexless bastards, So if they're coming to me just to live out their kink because they don't have somebody to have, like, they don't have a partner to, like, do it for real, like, that's fine, They're coming to the right place. So at that time I said, I love my weirdos. And I'm gonna tell you what, it's not untrue. So if we move on from that, I said I'm not gonna keep anything in chronological order. Ugh, why does it keep going out of focus? Is there such a thing as having such bad lighting that it loses focus? Whatever. This is how it is. Oh my gosh. It's so bad. I'm gonna ignore it. Sorry if it bothers you. We're gonna go on to sexcapades, BDSM, and BBC. So, these happened the same day. In the afternoon, I met up with a guy, shocker, from Tinder. Everyone's from Tinder. Yep. Everyone so far that I've messed around with is from Tinder. So anyway, takes me to his house, His roommate's gone. That's the worst thing about, oh gosh, that's the worst thing about younger guys. And obviously, you know, me too. This is not just like younger guys. They always have a roommate. You know, like I fucking live with my family. But yeah, his roommate was gone. I hate saying roommate or anything, you know. His family's gone. Yeah, I haven't been with anybody who has family yet. We did a bunch of BDSM stuff, you know. Whips, ties, blindfold, chains. Well, not chains, like a choker. Like a collar. Collar is what I meant. I mean, he wasn't really big enough to make it a rape type thing. But I am still really tight. He had a toy for me. That was nice. Still didn't come because men usually don't make me come unless they eat my pussy. That's just the way it is. I enjoyed the BDSM. I really enjoy being sub. It was great. I'm gonna be real though. And this is a bad idea. Did I? That really did happen. Anyway, I'm on my period right now, so I know for sure I'm not pregnant. But, that day, he first went in raw, which, you know, you're not supposed to do because you need to make sure they're not going to come on you, you know? Gosh, guys. We're going to get to all the stories. It's a good thing I'm bored of sex right now because, my goodness. Also, random note. Part of me was sad that I'm not pregnant because I was like, I could get thousands of dollars for selling a baby, you know what I mean? Like, snip my gooch, shove out a baby, make some grands, you know? Guess it doesn't matter because that would be like 9 months away. And I'd have to be pregnant, you know what I mean? So, but I was like, money. So, but I definitely am on my period, so I'm definitely not pregnant. But in the BDSM guy, he did go in raw, but when he was ready to come, he put on a condom. Did he come inside me? Well, it's hard to say come inside me while they're in a condom. But he did go back in afterwards. And that was raw, wasn't it? Oh God, was that raw? And I just let him do it. With sperm all over his dick, and I let him put it back inside me. Because I was still horny because I didn't come. And men don't even do it for me. I definitely am a lesbian. Like, that doesn't work. Okay, we're ignoring the... I'm so sorry. How do I make this better? Oh God. Yeah, men don't do it for me. I'm super lesbian. They don't attract me at all. Sometimes... And you know how guys do it. They're like, they expect head no matter what. And you're like, well, this bitch did not even offer to eat my pussy. Oh, and the trans girl I slept with? She didn't offer to eat my pussy either. We were like... She was sitting on the couch. She had me blow her. Can you just suck it a little bit longer? Is what she said at one point. And I was like... Can you just fucking stick it in me? Like, that night I was like, so over it. I was like, done, you know? Like, I don't want to be here anymore, so just stick it in me and fucking come, you know? So, she wore a condom, so that was good. Yeah, I let the BDSM guy back in after he'd already come once, which means there's little tiny baby sperms on his dick, you know? He was not long, so And I mean physically. His dick was not long. So, whatever. Anyway, it took me to Cup Bop afterwards, because you know how I'm sleeping around for food, you know? Funny, right? And then he has never texted me again, so glad that's over. Later that night, I wasn't gonna do it. I was like, I already had screwed once that day. I was like, this guy was adamant though. He was like, please, I wanna meet you. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. In his pictures, he's got his main pic on Tinder. Now, by the way, if I'm swiping right on a man, I'm not reading his bio. I'm just doing it either out of curiosity or you look old and it says your age. But in his initial pic, he is standing there with 3 girls around him. They're very short. None of them comes up to his shoulders. And I was like, wow, that's really interesting. They're extremely short. Then I finally meet him in real life. By the way, he bought me an Uber. I was like, I don't have a car. You have to come get me. And he was like, fine, I'll order an Uber. Is that okay? And I was like, okay, fine. This dumbass. Oh, gross. It's a spider, you guys. Oh. Look, I am going to suffocate it. No, that's not possible. It's on my pillow. Look. You see that bitch? Girl, he's coming at me. I'm too far away from a shoe. Oh. Okay, here we go. You gotta sort of grind it, cause it's carpet, and then you gotta girl, he's still moving. Then you gotta, oh girl, he's definitely still alive. Honey, what's going on? You guys seeing this? I don't even know, cause I'm holding it like this. Oh yeah, this bitch alive. He is not curled up enough. This bitch is, oh wait, there goes a leg. He's possuming this shit, you know? I hate this is right by where I simply sit. I sit here, you know what I mean? Time for... Alright. Also, we got it. Oh, fuck, I lost his leg. I don't know where his leg... Oh, there it is. Oh, shit, there's 2 legs here. Guys, how am I supposed to deal with this? Or is that just another twig? Oh god, there's... It looks like a piece of lead. Yeah, I want you to know that, I didn't feel like waiting for... I didn't feel like waiting for... Oh, did he go all the way this far? Okay. Yeah, whatever. A leg's not gonna hurt me. I did not feel like waiting for the videos when I was finally gonna be able to... When these were gonna be finished, then I was gonna be like... Anyway, I would have had to cut that out, but I don't edit, and I wasn't feeling like stitching a video together because that takes a long time, and I'm lazy, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to wait that long. I'm trying to get back on Twitter and enjoy the Japanese art. So this dumbass, right? The Uber he orders, he puts in his address first. So he sends the Uber to his own apartment first. Okay, you know how it is. I'm just gonna make sure. Is there any movement? Girl, there is movement. Oh my gosh. There really was movement. Oh my gosh, he's playing a possum, dude. How do we squish him down further? Oh, there he goes. Sorry. And now he's lost in the carpet forever, right? Suffocate. Okay. Dumbass sends Uber to his own apartment. Yada, yada, yada. So then the Uber has to backtrack to my house, you know? So that's taking a long time. So, by the way, he texted me when the Uber arrived. So I go outside, with my purse, just standing there expecting to see a car show up any moment. And then I get a call from the Uber driver who's like, "Hi, so I'm here to pick you up, but I don't see where to park and I don't see you outside." And I was like, well, I definitely am standing outside. And he was like, well, anyway, it was part of the conversation goes, oh, he's like, I'm by some volleyball courts. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm in a neighborhood. He got lost, I was like, oh, homeboy sent you to his own address and not mine. So I told, so I Tinder messaged, because we didn't, oh no, we did switch numbers. So I texted the dude and I was like, you need to give him my address. You gave him yours. I'm still haunted by that spider. So he did that. I waited inside because I'm not going to wait for another, because this guy lived, about 15-20 minutes away. So I was like, I'm not going to wait outside for 15 minutes, while this person drives over to me. Uber driver was super cool, though. He was adorable. He was super hot, too, by the way. It's so weird to have an Uber driver drop you off to a Tinder date, which Tinder dates is just fucking, He had this fairly nice car. Apparently he's like an ER worker. Why am I getting into this? Anyway, ER worker. He actually does love his job. He does a great job at it. And on his downtime, he likes to drive around, so he's like, might as well drive for Uber. Anyway, super chill guy. The guy I was sleeping with thought he was really chill too, so he's like, when he gets here, he texted me, he's like, when he gets here, text me so I can come out, shake his hand. That's like, okay, whatever. Which, if you're meeting me in an apartment complex that's your apartment, come down to the first floor and meet me there, because it's one of those student housing places where the whole place is a mess, Student housing is a mess. It was a really gross outside. So anyway, I had to go. He told me his apartment number, so I had to find which building. Then I had to go up 3 flights of stairs just to knock on his door and hope he's there, Like, if you're waiting for somebody, be at the door. Be, like, near the door. And then be like, come in, But he was a really nice guy. But he's also strange to me. This bitch is like, what was he, 7 feet? I think he was 7 feet. He definitely was at least 7. He may have been taller than 7 feet. He's a basketball player. Man, he was huge. He was very tall. He was gorgeous. But, like, also, again, I'm definitely very much a lesbian. we did stuff. It was kind of like basic, but again, I did risk a lot of stuff. So, by the way, it's like, gosh, it was already 11 when I went over there, I think. So I get over there about 11. We just get straight to it. I'm like, let's just do it. He is really nice. How do I explain it? He's really friendly with people, but like in a, he doesn't have any social conscientiousness. So he's just really nice or really forward with people. He's not being mean, but there's no like polite consideration, you know? And he's not mean. He's super, super nice. And it's something, you know, oh, that makes people feel comfortable, you know, but if you're like with him, you're like a little bit uncomfortable because he's so like, he also doesn't communicate that well. Anyway, the reason why I know this is because we went to Walmart. We fucked once. He said he liked eating pussy. This bitch didn't like it enough. Because he sucked at it. I'll tell you that much. And he did not do it for very long. Meanwhile, I'm blowing him for like however long he needs me to. Oh gosh. I hate men. I don't know. I keep doing this. So gosh, I'm wasting so much time. So we finish. He lasts a decent time. He wore a condom. He lasts a decent time, but obviously it still don't come because he's a man. And then he's like, do you mind if I smoke some weed? And I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. I don't particularly like smoking, so I was like, yeah, I'm not into it. Or did we go to Walmart first? No, we went to Walmart first. He needed a pillow and he needed a lighter so he could smoke. So we went to Walmart. We ran into my friends from like college and from my hometown. I ran into a friend from college who was hanging out with a friend from my hometown. It's wild. Utah, just so many Mormons. And we were just, it was fun. He's fun. Gosh. When he was asking about pillow sizes, he didn't, he's not very good at communicating, so like, I would like pipe in like, oh, I think, well, what he means is this, you know, because I was kind of understanding like what he was trying to say and how he was missing it. And then later when we were in line, he had bought some fruit and salad because he was like, I'm going to try and eat healthy. He only had $20 on him, by the way. Those pillows were like, God, they were like $8 at least each. I was like, was that really how much? No, it can't be. I don't remember, but they were so expensive. So he's like, okay, I'll take off one pillow, you know, put it back. The total still came out to $20.88. So he only had $20. Luckily, the guy who was in front of us asked to go behind. He was like, you guys can go ahead because we had less stuff. Anyway, my dude asks that dude, he's like, hey man, I'm so sorry, but could you spot me that, like, I'm just a little short. And like, meanwhile, I would never have done that. Just, you know, I would have just been like, you know what, who needs vegetables? Can you get rid of the vegetables? You know, I would have definitely made sure I was under. But this other guy was super nice. He was like, yeah, no problem. It's a good thing I let you guys ahead of me. And we were like, yeah, that's so nice, thank you. I definitely had to say thank you a few more times because that's how I am. Also, just, yeah, just had to do that. So we go home, he smokes, and then we go at it for another time, and another time. One of the times, was that the last time though? Anyway, he went in raw. One of the times, we went 2 more times, basically. So we went a total of 3 times. Anyway, one of the times, he's fucking me, and then, like, he leaves, and I thought he had finished, but he's over there masturbating. And then he just comes right on my asshole. And I was like, what the fuck, Because I'm doggy, by the way. And so he comes on my asshole, and I'm like, you better wipe that clean, because bitch didn't tell me shit, I thought he was just, I don't fucking know, who the fuck stops fucking just to jerk themselves off to come on your ass? So I was like, get a towel, dude. You're gonna clean that up. I'm not cleaning that shit up. And hurry, because I don't want it anywhere near my pussy. Dumbass. Like, he already came, so he had little spermies on his long black dick, like, you dumbass. My goodness. And then some other time he came again. It was probably in another condom. I didn't come any of the times because men. And then I didn't pee. I didn't pee after the BDSM guy, and I didn't pee after any of the times with my black guy. So that is how I eventually got a UTI. But the UTI took a long time to come there. Because the next day, the very next, was it the next day? A day? No, I'm pretty sure it was the next day. I had a date with with a friend who is a fuck buddy. So, like, we first went in his car once, and then this time I was like, get a motel. We're not doing that again. So we were in a motel the next time. But that's for another story. Somehow I did not get pregnant, even though, like, geez, Like, what the fuck? Anyway. Ugh. You pulled out too early when you gotta keep whacking it for, like, God. It was minutes. Definitely minutes. It was not a quick thing where you just had to no, it was a long time for you to I'm sorry, I'm still distracted by this. Anyway, weird wild time. That's enough for that sexcapade. It is marvelous that I am not pregnant, even though I took so many risks, and it is also marvelous that I do not have any STDs. I guess everyone I've been with has been clean. As far as I can tell, I hear chlamydia has late symptoms for women. But anyway, this is June 2nd, and happy Pride Month, everybody. I'm definitely a lesbian, not bi at all, because this beautiful, gorgeous black man had me kiss him a little bit too. Nope, does not feel good at all. Whenever I kiss a man, it just doesn't do anything for me at all. It kind of does the opposite. However, I did have a girlfriend at one point. God, making out with them was fucking hot, dude. So, yes, very much so lesbian. Let's have a good Pride Month, you guys. I'll see you again shortly, because I like YouTube, and I'd like to make this a thing where, like, I talk to people on YouTube. And now that I am not spending any time camming, and I'm bored of sex, I can just spend my nights talking to you guys in a video.
So, you know. I got errands to run tomorrow, so I'm just gonna brush my teeth and head to bed. So, when you guys see this, comment down below and tell me if it's good that I didn't get pregnant, or would it have been better for me to get pregnant and sell the baby? Comment down below. Like, subscribe, talk to me. That's just a classic. Just talk to me. I'll read the fucking comments, you know what I mean? I'll link my Twitter at some point, but I'm gonna wait for it to clear out from all the you know. I'm gonna wait for it to air out. So, catch you on the flip side.